Let's solve some percent profit and loss problems. The first one is this. A shopkeeper bought a chair for 300 rupees and sold it with a profit of 12%. Find the selling price. Now you can see that the profit is 12%. 12% means the profit is 12 rupees for every 100 rupees. That means for every 100 rupees of cost price, the profit will be 12 rupees. So let's write it down. If CP is 100 rupees, profit equals 12. And if profit equals 12, then SP, that means selling price, will be 100 plus 12, that is 112. That means if the cost price is 100, the selling price will be 112. But in our problem, the cost price is 300 and we have to find the selling price. So if we write this in terms of ratios, we can write like this. The ratio of the cost price to the selling price would be 100 to 112, and what we have to find is 300 to what? Or if we write the same thing in terms of fractions, you can write these ratios as fractions as well. You can write it like this. 100 over 112 equals 300 over S. S is the selling price here. Now we know that these two are equivalent fractions. And if you look at the numerators, you can see that the second numerator, 300, is 3 times 100. That means the denominator should also be 3 times the first denominator. That means S equals 112 multiplied by 3. Whatever the product is, that is the value of S. This is how you can solve it. But here I can do this mental math because the numbers are quite easy. Sometimes the numbers will not be that easy. In that case, what we do is we do the cross product of the equivalent fractions. So 100 multiplied by S equals 112 multiplied by 300. When you divide both the sides by 100, you get S equals 112 multiplied by 300 over 100. Let's cancel out 2 zeros from the numerator and 2 from the denominator. So now you have 112 multiplied by 3. This is the same thing as before. We said that we'll multiply 112 by 3 and that will be the answer. And here again we are doing the same thing. So if you multiply 112 by 3, you get 336. 100 threes are 300 and 12 threes are 36. So the selling price of the chair is 336 rupees. This was method number 1. There is another method that you could use to solve the same problem. Let's see what the other method is. We know the formula for percent profit. What is the formula? Profit over cost price multiplied by 100. So let's substitute all the values. We know here the profit is 12%. That means 12 equals P over 300. P is the profit here. So P over 300 multiplied by 100. Let's cancel out the zeros. So you get 12 equals P over 3 or P divided by 3. If you multiply both the sides by 3, you get 12 threes are 36. So 36 equals P. That means the profit was 36 rupees. But we need to find the selling price. So the selling price equals cost price plus profit. That means 300 plus 36, which is 336. So this value matches with our answer using the previous method. Previously our answer was 336 rupees and now also you got selling price as 336 rupees. So whichever method you like, you can use that method to solve this problem. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change this problem a little bit. This was a profit problem. So instead of profit, I'm going to make it loss. So everything else in the problem is the same as before. But what I have changed here is that I have said sold it with a loss of 12%. So now we have 12% of loss. So 12% of loss means for every 100 rupees of cost price, there was a loss of 12 rupees. So let's write it down. If CP is 100 rupees, loss is 12. That means SP, selling price, is going to be less than the cost price. That means 100 minus 12 equals 88. So if CP is 100 rupees, SP is 88. If CP is 300, what is SP? You can write the ratio of CP to SP as 100 to 88 and 300 to what? Or you can write the ratios in terms of fractions like this. 100 over 88 equals 300 over S. S is the selling price here. Again, these are the equivalent fractions. And if you look at the numerator, the second numerator is 3 times the first one. 100 multiplied by 3 equals 300. Therefore, S must be 3 times 88. So if you multiply 88 by 3, you will get the answer. But if you want to solve it using the cross products, you can write it like this. 100 multiplied by S equals 88 multiplied by 300. Divide both the sides by 100. So you have S equals 88 multiplied by 300 over 100. Cancel out the zeros. So S equals 88 multiplied by 3. Let's multiply 88 by 3. 83s are 240 and 83s are 24. So 240 plus 24 equals 264. That means the selling price is 264 rupees. So if you sell the chair at 12% of loss, then the selling price will be 264 rupees. Now let's keep the problem as is and let's keep this answer aside and use the second method to solve the same problem. Let's use the formula. Percent loss equals loss over cost price multiplied by 100. When you substitute the values, loss percent here is 12. So 12 equals L. L is for loss here. L over 300 multiplied by 100. Let's cancel out the zeros. So we have 12 equals L divided by 3. If you multiply both the sides by 3, 12 3s are 36 equals L. That means L is 36. That means loss is 36 rupees. But this is not our answer. We need the selling price. So the selling price SP equals CP minus loss. That means 300 minus 36. If you subtract 36 from 300, you get 264. So again, using the second method, you got the same answer, which is 264 rupees. So this is how you solve percent profit loss problems. You can use whichever method you like.